Hey everyone, thanks for joining. I'm Aanchal Malhotra. I'm the head of research at XRPL. And today I'm going to talk about a very topical topic that is artificial intelligence, aka AI, and its synergies with blockchains in general, but XRP Ledger in particular. All right, so how this talk is structured is first I'm going to give you an overview of the revolution in the AI space so that we are all on the same page about what we are talking about. And then I'm going to talk about the synergies between AI and blockchain. Next, I'll give an overview of the opportunities at a conceptual level that this revolution in the AI space and the potential future evolution in the space brings for AI and XRP Ledger. And then I'll conclude with a few key takeaways. All right, so AI revolution. Simple definition of AI, artificial intelligence, it's a field of computer science that focuses on creating intelligent machines that are capable of mimicking human behavior and are capable of performing and have capabilities such as humans have, such as learning, such as reasoning and problem solving. Now, AI has been around for almost over a decade. But in the recent years, there has been a lot of buzz around AI. And why is that? And that's because of some of the breakthroughs in technology that is behind these new developments in the field of AI. So for instance, there has been quite some advancement in the machine learning algorithms that are behind this technology, specifically in the field of deep learning and neural networks. Similarly, there has been explosion of data that is crucial for training these AI models. And on top of that, there is an exponential increase in the compute power that is available. That is, again, important for training these models. So all these things together have led to the development of what really powerful AI models, which are also like the large language models. And these large language models have led to the development of AI agents that we are all very familiar with, such as ChatGPTs. All right, so as I said, that AI has been around, but what has changed over the years, in the past couple of years, is that there are some key differentiating features from what has existed to what exists now. And that is that these powerful models are have immense scope. That is, they can solve problems in new and diverse fields, pushing the boundaries of AI applications. Second is their ability to conquer extremely complicated and sophisticated problems and acting in extremely unfamiliar situations without the requirement for retraining over and over. And third, the context awareness of these large language models hold the promise of better accuracy compared to the earlier models. And last but not the least, and I think this is one of the most powerful feature of these models that has led to mass adoption, that has led to their reach to the masses, and that is the intuitive interface that is available for the users that reduces the barrier. And it's not just the technological nerds who can talk to machines, it's every human being now can interact with these machines. All right, so that's what we are talking about today, LLMs specifically. Now I'm going to talk about the synergies between AI and blockchain. So unarguably, or probably arguably, these are the two most significant software technology trends of the past decade. AI can enable intelligence at scale, and blockchains, as we all know, have the ability to enable decentralization, value transfer, transparency, immutability at scale. And at a conceptual level, at a superficial level, it seems like there has to be some synergies between the two. So let's dive deeper into why we think that, what are the forces behind shaping the intersection, the opportunities at the intersection of AI and blockchain. So first, on this slide, I'm going to talk about the current landscape, the current state of how AI is being developed and used today, and what are some of the technical challenges that it faces that can prevent its mass adoption, and that's where blockchain can come in and help solve some of those problems. So first is the centralization problem of AI. As we all know that all the AI models, the development of AI models and training is very concentrated within the hands of a few big players. And that's mostly because these LLMs are really expensive to build and run. And that's a problem because that really limits the innovation that's in the hands of a few. It stifles collaboration, and there are risks of biases in these AI models that are being developed. Second is the problem of data ownership and monetization of AI skills, and that's also somewhat related to the centralization problem. That is, we do not have really clear ways of how we can compensate for the data providers for training these models, as well as incentives for those developing these models and creating content. There's a lack of such model, and these are the places, if we see that there will be a requirement for decentralization of AI development and a demand for incentivization for the data providers as well as developers. That's where blockchains can really come in and solve these problems because, as we all know, blockchains can provide infrastructure that is decentralized, where even small businesses or medium-sized businesses that do not have enough resources or whose core area of focus is not AI can come in and collaborate and contribute, as well as use the technology provided by everyone together. So decentralization. And then data. Blockchains are good at tracking and keeping immutable record of data and providing incentive model for content contribution. So that's where blockchains can help. And third is the transparency of these AI models and what is known as the black box problem of AI, which is essentially that because of the inherent complexities and opaqueness of AI models, it's really hard to tell why an AI model comes to a conclusion and what are the steps, what is the reasoning behind certain outputs that these AI models give. And this is a problem because of ethical and regulatory concerns around how decisions are made. So that could prevent the adoption of AI. Now, blockchains cannot really solve the entire problem because it's still hard to understand the inner complexities of a model. But blockchains can help to the extent that if we know the kind of data that is fed to these AI models and how the models are developed, then it can partially solve the problem of understanding where the biases, if at all, are coming into the outputs of these models. So the black box problem cannot be entirely solved by the blockchains, but to some extent, it can be. So this was the current state of the AI development and usage. However, there is a future state, how we see AI to evolve in future. Taking a step back, I talked about LLMs. Now, LLMs are simple tools that can understand and generate text, but what they cannot really do is they cannot interact with the simple AI agents that are developed using LLMs cannot really interact with the real world and cannot take actions autonomously. However, there is an evolution towards more advanced AI agents, and what do we mean by AI agents? These are softwares that can interact with the real world and can autonomously solve complicated problems without human intervention. And these are here, like people are using AI agents. But the real power, it's conjectured that the real power of AI is when these is in the multi-agent networks. And what I mean by that is that imagine these AI agents that each of them are really good at performing a specific task. And then these agents interacting with each other, sharing data and resources, and collaborating together to solve even more complicated tasks. We can think of it as analogous to microservices architecture of traditional software development. Bring it to open source, decentralized world, and that's how multi-agent networks are supposed to work. And that's where, and if we think that this kind of multi-agent network is going to be the future evolution, the future where the space is going, then these kind of networks are going to have several needs. They're going to be, there's going to be a need for these agents to discover each other, so there has to be some discovery mechanism for them. They are going to need some kind of economic abilities because they're going to share data and resources and be able to negotiate with each other. And these are the things that can be fulfilled by infrastructure that is provided by blockchains. So that's another direction where another direction where AI and blockchain can really where blockchains can really help AI. I'm going to skip this one in the interest of time. Given this context, I'm going to talk now specifically about some of the opportunities that we think are really ripe for the XRP Ledger to help AI and vice versa. All right, so I talked about this current state of AI landscape and where we see this space is going. One of the areas where XRP Ledger can really shine is enabling a payment infrastructure for these multi-agent networks. And this is because of the inherent features of XRP Ledger. It's good at providing low-cost and low-cost transactions and faster settlement times. And these multi-agent networks, the kind of payment infrastructure requirement is highly dependent on the kind of interactions that they're going to have. They're going to require mostly low value and high volume transactions, which requires a really scalable payment infrastructure, and that's where XRP Ledger can enable this. And this is really a mutually beneficial use case for either of these technologies, because on the one hand, XRP Ledger can enable faster adoption and evolution of these kind of agent networks. And on the other hand, it also realizes the vision that we have for XRP Ledger, that is to enable the Internet of Value. And this is, in some sense, an autonomous Internet of Value. So XRP Ledger can really shine there. Another direction where XRP Ledger can provide, can enhance the development of AI is by providing data and model provenance, which is, as I talked about, kind of solving partial black box problem for AI. One can think of repurposing NFTs to track the data ownership as well as the origin and the ownership of data and the AI development process in an immutable way and a trackable way on the XRP Ledger. All right, this was the slide that I was supposed to be talking all of this, so I'm going to skip that. And the other direction, now let's shift focus from how XRP Ledger can help AI to how AI can enhance XRP Ledger. And I'll talk about two broad categories here. One is the data insights from AI-driven data insights can help enhance the security and functionality of blockchains in general, but I'll talk about some of the specific use cases in the context of XRP Ledger, and a better user and developer experience. So by no means a comprehensive list. This is some of my favorite use cases, but there are plenty others. So on one hand, you see the enhanced security. And one of the use cases there is the real-time fraud and anomaly detection. That is, we can use AI agents or integrate AI agents with the blockchain to analyze XRP Ledger transactions and detect anomalies or suspicious behavior. Now, it's different from, now these kind of use cases, like this use case has existed since forever. So what is special about AI is that, again, as I talked about earlier, compared to other rule-based or pattern matching approaches, AI has much broader scope. That is, it has the ability to recognize more sophisticated suspicious behavior with greater accuracy and even emerging behaviors. And similarly, the other use case is, instead of real-time detection, can have proactive techniques of proactive approach of looking at the transactions and looking at the vulnerabilities. Could be code vulnerabilities or vulnerabilities in the transactions. So a proactive approach. On the other side is the improved functionality. So not really running AI on XRP Ledger, but combining off-chain AI capabilities to on-chain transactors can help improve some of the existing functionalities or introduce new ones. And this is basically using AI agents off-chain to perform more computationally complex tasks, as well as tasks that require some kind of subjective decision-making. And AI is good at these kind of use cases compared to other techniques that we have today. So the two use cases that I'll talk about on this slide is the first, tuning the AMM price function. So imagine we have a fixed price AMM price function right now. That is the price function that decides the exchange rate for a given pair. But you can imagine having an AI agent using AI for that can take into account a number of factors, not just objective, but subjective factors such as market sentiment or online behavior to predict and adjust the change of rate of exchange rate for the AMM. And that could be really powerful depending on the kind of relationship that these token pairs have on the AMM. And another is in the risk assessment. So as you know, we have introduced a lending protocol that requires some kind of credit analysis, risk assessment, and AI again can be used to provide a more holistic approach to risk assessment, combining both on-chain as well as off-chain data points. And these are mostly, you can think of it as oracles, more advanced, more intelligent oracles that feed into the transactors to improve its functionality. And this is a long list of use cases. This is mostly focused, so the left side is focused on improving user and developer experience, how we can integrate AI to provide a better user experience, a better developer experience, as we have been talking a lot about how we can reduce the barriers of entry for both the developers as well as the users into this blockchain technology. AI has the power to do that. Why? Because these LLMs, these new AI that we have that provides natural language interface for the users and developers that can interact with them, those who do not understand the underneath technology very well, can interact with these machines and can get personalized and customized treatment. They can get personalized DeFi strategy based on their personal risk assessment, risk appetite, their behavior, their transaction history, and AI can make recommendations in natural language that can make the experience better for both the users and the developers. On the right-hand side, we have some use cases that are general. That is how AI insights can help improve the functionality at the infrastructure level or the application layer. Sentiment analysis is one area where AI is really good at. You can think of amendments management in that, and conversational AI, chatbots. We already have one of those use cases. XRPL.org has a conversational AI-backed chatbot. I would recommend go check it out. So yeah, that's a lot of use cases, I guess, that we see. These are some of the current work streams that we are working on. So I talked about the chatbot. We launched an AI chatbot back in October 23. This is an example question that I asked. I hope it gave a good answer. I didn't see, but I would recommend go check it out. Then we are working with a lot of our UBRI partners, which are the university partners that are focused on building at the intersection of AI and blockchain. So some of the projects that we are currently working on is really real-time anomaly detection tool for XRPL transactions and a code verification agent. And then integration of an L2 AI marketplace with the ledger to provide this infrastructure, payment infrastructure that I talked about. They're really exciting. To conclude, I would say that yes, there is a lot of potential in these two technologies, and they can, help each other, can prove mutually beneficial for each other. But there are a lot of risks and technical complexities involved as well. However, there is definitely an opportunity for XRP Ledger to leverage AI-driven intelligence to improve its functionality, and also to position XRP Ledger at the forefront of this AI-powered IOV economy. If you are interested in AI and building something along the lines of AI and blockchain, we have, as you all know, we've been organizing hackathons. We have grants and accelerator funds programs that you can apply to. And we're also hiring an AI intern. So if you're interested, talk to me. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.